There we go. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen of the future. I hope all is well and that you have not grown up to be a hitman hired by the Yazuka to travel back in time and kill yourself. Really hope that isn't the case. We start, as always, with the signing of our thank you cards. We have roughly about 15 orders going out today. Overall, pretty good sales day yesterday. Cannot complain. I'll give you the exact figures here in one moment. Two more, and then we've probably got enough to get started. Looks like we got a couple people here. What up, Cameron? How is work? I am missing something very important right now. Can you guess what that is? Coffee. Notice anything different? Look how clean it is. And like so much more organized. Look, you can see my reference books now. Let's learn about marks and monograms on pottery and porcelain. Oh, yes, I know this one. Yeah, it was long overdue. I just got into the mode, and I'm like, I'm going with it. It wasn't part of the plan yesterday, but like started doing a little bit, and I'm like, then I was like, today's the day. It's gonna happen. All right, let's just get into it. I got this here little lot of baby clothes. Take that off of there. This was from the lot of stuff that I purchased from the other eBayer a ways back. It sold for $21.11, including $5 shipping. No, actually, I wanted to just generally start cleaning, and because I've got my house sitter coming on Saturday. So I've just been cleaning the house in general, getting it. My standards of cleanliness are going to be much lower than the average person. So I was just bringing the level of cleanliness of the overall house up to average human. Maybe slightly better. So, I started in here, and I'm like, you know what? This has been a shit show for months. I'm just gonna keep going with it, and I did, and I'm glad I did because it feels much more organized. I moved all of I used to have my junk drawer lot stuff right there. I moved that up into my backstock room to be handled later. There's no reason for it to be. It was no reason for it to be in here, so I don't know why I kept it in here for so long. But I think one of the main things when I get back from my trip is going to be putting those lots together. Thanks, Joe. Yeah. I'm really good at getting organized. I'm terrible at staying organized. So, don't get too used to the view because it probably won't be around for too long. Let's be real here. I do need to go grab some bubble mailers real quick, so you guys are going to have to bear with me for just a second while I disappear. Training about chronic neglect and how it impacts children. Wow. How about chronic neglect when it comes to self-care? All right. Give me the label. What's going on here? All right. Be right back. Take but a moment. All right. What we got next? Let's do we got some postcards. We could do those. Let's do this instead. I don't know if I would call these a bolo, but they are collected and they are collectible. This is a Bulova miniature clock. And I had a bunch of similar ones. They made a ton of these in different styles. This one's called the Litchfield. It's like a hanging clock, right? And they give you this little stand to hang it on. But I bought a collection of those at estate auction. And they've been slowly, well, I don't want to say slowly, they've been steadily selling off for about a year and a half. This is the last one. They've sold anywhere from about 50, 60 bucks up to well over 100. This one sold for some amount. Where'd we go? Sold for $77.31 free shipping. No pajamas. Well, I got a doctor appointment on the Zoom. The federal government requires that I talk to a doctor every 3 months to continue with my ADHD medication because it's controlled, which is bullshit. I'm allowed to say bullshit, right? Yeah, I can. It's my channel. And I'm not monetized. I can swear all I want. Cover your ears, children. So yeah. Can I get this? Damn, Damon. Is it going to fit in that? Yes. Can we cut off enough weight to get it to where we need? I bet we can. So, can anybody take a guess as to what that is? Doge price. Good guess. Nope. Okay, we're going to go this way. All right, we need 0.05 off of there. That was just going to close. So well, it ain't gonna happen on this one, I don't think. I can't remove any more weight from that. Can I? Can I? What if I took the little? You can do that. That'll work, right? That percentage. That is the percent of blood clotting cases after being administered the Johnson & Johnson vaccine. That right there is a fact. That is a fact. Facts are good things to base decisions on. We did it. All right. Facts are great things to base your decisions on. they don't report it like it's a majority of people. When they report it, they say a very, 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 very small percentage. They call it rare. It is what other medical decisions do we make based on what we feel or we believe? How many people have said, you know what, doctor, I don't care what you say, I don't believe that I have cancer? If somebody said that to you, what would be your reaction? I don't believe I have cancer. That's not my belief. I think I just stubbed my toe. What would be your reaction? Would you be like, okay, guy, you know what? You're entitled to your belief, and I support that. We should all be able to make these decisions based on our own belief system. Maybe you did just stub your toe. Hey, Celestine, we got a postcard going out for you today. Thank you very much once again. Right? And you know what? Frankly, I don't give two shits if this is alienating somebody out there. Or if you'd like to come on the live, let me know down in the thing. I'm more than happy to have a open discussion with you as to whether or not it's a good idea to base medical decisions based on your feelings and beliefs versus data and science. If you've got something to say about it, come on in. Just let me know you wanna. I won't attack you. I will absolutely let you say your piece. I may have some questions. Oh, you didn't miss anything, Celestine. I was watching another YouTube channel last night, and I had to turn it off because, I mean, it was basically misinformation, right? Like, when you've got an audience of a couple hundred people tuning in, and you are repeating unfounded, essentially rumors repeatedly, like not just one time, but doing it often on your platform, that's dangerous shit, man. Sold a Tupperware thingy. It's a scrapely dapely. You go in there and you get all your stuff, and you're spreading for your cakes. You put the icing on, and you spin your cake like they do on the cake shows, but with Tupperware. Sold for $10.16 free shipping. I'm gonna throw this in throw it in a cardboard mailer, I think. I'm gonna add a piece of cardboard here. Ain't nothing gonna happen. I think one of the big problems of the past year is that certain leadership has somehow created this idea all right, if that's what you think the crazy card is, show your work. rumors on the vaccine, right? 6 cases out of 7 million. All right, let me get this shipped real quick. That being said, because of the rush to the vaccine, I will concede that there has not been as much data when they rolled this out as there normally would be with an FDA approval. It was an emergency approval. They're still gathering data as this rolls out, and one of the reasons why they put the pause on the Johnson & Johnson is because the system is working as it should. Now, when they do the trials, it's only about 20,000 people. Now, when you have 6 cases in 7 million or less than 1 in a million, you're not going to see those kinds of numbers show up until you have more data to work from. So what the CDC and the FDA did was respond to the data and put a pause. That's the system working as it should. That's not the vaccine not working. All right, we've got next up. This was also from the buyout of the other eBayer. It was not listed, as I discovered the day of the buttons. If you were watching that one, so I pulled it, I listed it, it sold, and it's sold for $12.70, free shipping. Oh, the day of the buttons. Celestine, I'm not saying I am for the vaccine. I am for people making informed decisions and not making decisions based on feelings and emotions, especially when it comes to medical decisions or decisions that are going to actually have a effect on other people. So yeah, thank you, Gravity Goods, Cameron. I started down that thought and I didn't finish. Yeah, one of the problems of the last year is that there's been this the leadership and certain media outlets creating a sense of doubt, but worse than that, this sense in others that somehow feelings are facts. We can see this tremendously with the former president. Feelings are not facts. There's no such thing as alternative facts. Facts are based on empirical data. Medical decisions are, when it comes to large-scale vaccinations or new treatments or medications or all of that stuff is researched heavily.
The email. What? The email.
Where'd that come from?
Bud. You like techno song? If you do, what kind?
Sweet.
Silent J.
Interrupted.
Very clever. Well, it's not really my style, but I heard a techno song one time that went like,
sure.
Dum, 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 doom, doom, doom. And then this other part came in and it was like, doom, 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 doom. And then there's always some kind of high pitched noise, you know, like a siren that's like, doom, 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 doom. And of course, they have to put in the obligatory old movie quote from some sci-fi movie. It's like, the system is down, the system is down, the system is down, the system is down, doom, 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 doom. The cheat is grounded. We had that light switch installed for you so you could turn the lights on and off, not so you could throw light switch raves. Now let's go break open that glow stick and pour it into Homestar Runner's Mountain Dew. I heard they have to pump your stomach when you drink that stuff.
Well, I don't know how that happened, but it made me happy. Hello, here's Lynn. So yeah, thank you, media. Okay, well, I'm not on Instagram, but I'll look. Yeah, it's an mRNA vaccine. That's true. They've been researching mRNA since the 60s. That is one of the reasons why they were able to roll something out as quickly as they were. I'll drop a link for you guys. Crazy Card, I'll have you check this out. I will check out your and anyone who's interested, I would say go ahead and check it out. Where'd it go? I just need to find it real quick.
Support for this episode comes from Indigo.
See if I can find an easy link for you. Here we go. It's going to be, here we go, Spotify. I'll give you the Spotify link, but it's the same episode and the same podcast. This is just in general a good podcast. I will concede that they have a bit of a left lean to them, but the facts are good. That is a interview with the one of the leading experts in mRNA. Crazy card, you're right. Some people were asymptomatic. That was one of the difficulties of dealing with this virus. And then on the flip side of that, 500,000 people died in the U.S. alone. So I, for one, am not in favor of dead grandmas. All right, next up we've got a 45 RPM record. This is DePaul's Infantry Chorus singing Ugly Woman and Sound Off. Let's have a listen, shall we? Let's see. Nobody's got it. DePaul's Infantry Orchestra. No, it's not. It's not on there. Oh well. No copyright claim today. At her government job, gave it to her husband. Wow. Yeah, see? I mean, and one of the reasons why that was crazy card, honestly, in my opinion, is that I don't know how long ago you had it, but the testing portion of the response was laughable. And not only laughable, it was willful by the last administration, essentially throttled here because of optics, which is honestly a tragedy. Had contact tracing and testing been rolled out from day one, we would have nowhere near the numbers in December. Okay. Right? You're dead on there. I mean, this is probably worse than the vaccines. Okay, so listen to the podcast that I dropped. There's with anything, there is going to be a chance for long-term side effects. From everything that they've seen thus far, it looks as though that risk is relatively small. But again, especially now when you have a new variant with a higher mortality rate and is much more contagious, all the more reason, in my opinion, All right, what do we got next? These guys. We've got 2 Mahjong Bakelite tiles. This is my version of Commonwealth Pickers little thing he does with his backgammon things. I will buy a Bakelite Mahjong set every so often, and then I sell off the pieces in pairs. The difference is that instead of making $6 on a couple of discs, I make $15. After shipping, it's like $11. Windy Lou, I'm busy. We're going to use our new 4x4 box on this bad boy. So, I mean, people are entitled to make their decisions based on whatever they want when it affects them only. Unfortunately, when you are dealing with a pandemic on a global scale, the decisions you make don't only affect yourself. They have a rippling effect on the other 7 billion people on the planet. And when you start collecting those decisions together in mass, the more they are based on feelings, emotions, and belief, and the less they are based on facts and data, the more the risk and danger to everybody else, which is my point. Oh, absolutely. Some people only think about themselves. They're called Republicans. Yeah, there's going to be booster shots. I get a flu shot every year, right? So what? So what if there's a shot every year? I get a flu shot every year. I don't care if I got to go in and get a flu shot and a Rona shot. What's the big deal? How dare I get the flu shot? You know, they put autism in the flu shot. It's true. Except the crazy card, you can get reinfected. That's a fact. They've already seen that over and over and over again. You're also susceptible to variants. Not that you wouldn't be with vaccination as well. You're still susceptible to variants but your immune system is you're better off than most if you've gone through it. That's true. But the recommendation by the people who know their shit, which isn't me, right? This is, and I'd recommend you go listen to that podcast once again take it from the experts. The recommendation is to go get your vaccine, whether or not you've had it or not. Yeah, absolutely. People that have taken the vaccine, you can still actually get the virus from. You can still carry and transmit the virus even after getting vaccinated. The likelihood drops considerably, but it's still in the realm of possibility. That's true. I don't see that as really an excuse not to get it, though. That's the crazy card. That's an super oversimplification. You're way oversimplifying it. Okay, so let me ask you this, your crazy card. If there is data that becomes available or that you get access to that actually states, okay, getting the vaccine even after you have a infection will increase or improve your ability to fight future virus, would you go get the vaccine? Later, Cameron. Have a good one. Go find some good stuff. I assume you're heading to the bins. It is a day of the week that ends in day, so I'm guessing you're going to the bins. Oh, you're going to work. Okay. Well, have fun. Have fun at work. Don't chronically neglect my channel. See you next time. Not an mRNA. Well, again, I would encourage you to go listen to what the leading expert on mRNA vaccines has to say about that. Don't take it from me. By any means, don't. I'm not an expert. But I would encourage as much data informing your decision as possible. And to be clear, I'm not telling anyone to go get the vaccine. I understand that there are risks. There are gaps in information. I definitely understand all of that. And if that's your argument, I actually think that's a valid one, right? What isn't a valid argument to me is, my aromatherapist best friend's doula's yoga instructor's cousin's sister is a scientist, and they said, or which, like, I've heard bullshit like that, and it makes me very angry. Why is Canada $17 for this? That makes no sense. Is it the weight? No. That's really strange. We're gonna have to go pirate ship. Oh, see, now, Crazy Card, now you're starting to wear the tinfoil hat with that stuff. Yes, there's money involved. There's money involved in everything. There's money involved in the fact that Trump did not roll out testing as fast as he did. There is money involved in every aspect of medical treatment in the United States of America. It's one of the great failures of American government is our medical system right now. And the insurance system at large. Hi. I will say this, Crazy Card. The fact that there is the messaging is for people to get vaccinated is not a decision that's being driven by money. The fact that the world's leading epidemiologists are telling you, or telling the world, that it's a good idea to go get vaccinated. These are not things that are being driven by money. Dr. Fauci is not in anyone's pocket. He has nothing to gain and has proven himself over and over and over again to have the integrity to put forward the best information that is available at any given point in time. When data and information has changed, his position has changed with it, but it's never been disingenuous or intentionally misleading. Even when he was put in a position to fall in line and perhaps put out false or misleading information, he didn't do it. But Crazy Card, you've already just said that it doesn't even matter if there was proof. You wouldn't get the vaccine, right? So you're essentially basing then your decision based on your feeling and emotion, right? Because if you're not basing it on the data, that's all you got left. All right, we got some postcards. Celestine, here's yours. Correct me if I'm wrong, but this was the last Gulfstream Park in Hallandale. Wasn't this the last place they allowed dog races? Oh, nice. That's cool. I have never been to a horse race. I've always wanted to go. They do have, or they had, I don't think it's here anymore, the Emerald Downs. No, Emerald Downs is still here. But it used to be dog racing and horse racing. And then now dog racing isn't a thing. Yeah, and Crazy Card, I mean, there's probably going to be more vaccines coming down the pipe. Like, there's a website where you can actually go look at the vaccines in development and what stage they're in and what kind of vaccine they're in. And I know that there's people who are, you know, like I said, the reasons you're giving against an mRNA vaccine, I think are valid, right? But you've researched, you've looked at it. For you said, okay, I've looked for the data, I've looked at the data. There's not enough data. I'm basing my decision based on these things, right? That is a very different thing than basing your decision on feelings, beliefs, and that is what, to me, is the danger. All right, let's get these packed. What time I got? All right, I got a little bit of time. Pull out our stamps. I think I need to cut these. Yes. So I have an appointment with my doctor here after this here podcast, and I'll straight up ask him about, what's the data say about herd immunity will be. Florida's wide open. Florida has a higher mortality rate than most third world countries. Your governor is an idiot and an asshole, Florida. Florida is an embarrassment to the rest of the country. Hate to tell you. First up, Wawona Tree, $6.95. I don't think herd immunity is only going to. That's fine. There's not a lot of scared people because the people what you have is a whole lot of dead people. And that's fine. I mean, the governor DeSantis basically rolled out the red carpet for anybody to just come down and do whatever they want. His response to everything was super slow. He repeatedly put people in harm's way. Lots of people died. And it's fine because when we, adapt this same strategy to, the rising water in Miami, it basically just means Florida will be underwater sooner than later. they seem to be doing just about as much down there about that crisis as they're there about this one. So worry not. And then his, what's this law he passed about making protesting a felony, like certain... Yeah. The other thing I think is hilarious is this whole thing with Rick Gates. You know, QAnon spent the last 4 years trying to shut down child trafficking. And then when there's an actual child trafficker in the midst, they do nothing. It's like, oh, whatever. Fake news. All right, we got the Hollywood, California. I'm going to be doing a postcard what sold on Friday, I hope, maybe Saturday. I'm going to do one for this week, but it's going to be early. Why did I just do that? It doesn't go in there. This is what I want in there. And, you know, the other thing, too, is I know there's a lot of, especially in the reseller community, there's a lot of YouTube channels who feel like it is somehow taboo to talk about these things, or bad form, or somehow alienating audience, whatever. And I disagree with that wholeheartedly. Yeah, you're right. Burning down businesses, catching those things are already felonies, though. The catching things on fire and looting are both already felonies. I believe those laws already exist. Correct me if I'm wrong. I believe your laws made it a crime just to be present in a protest where something like that happens. All right, what do we got next? Linen postcard, large letter. It's Highway 70 through southern New Mexico. Your crazy card there, that is true. There are people who capitalize on chaos. There's also people who go to these events only to cause chaos. And there's a group in general. They're literally anarchists. They're not Antifa. They are literally anarchists. They've shown up in Washington since WTO. They're pretty easily identifiable. The right loves to try to pin it on Antifa, which is hilarious. I love that they call Antifa a terrorist organization. It's not an organization. I'm Antifa. I am anti-fascism. That makes me Antifa. That is all that it is. It is not an organization. It's not an organization. That is. That makes me laugh every time I see that. Again, that is. Those are feelings, not facts. All right. This is a HIP postcard order. I should show it here. It'll be on the What's Sold. One of the Real Photo Courthouse. There we go. Steady little pipeline of moneymakers, those. Can't complain. You need to get in HIP. This guy's first name is the same as his last name. Almost exactly the same. I won't say his actual name to protect his anonymity, but it rhymes with barreled fits barreled. Where is this guy at? In that place? Okay. Hey, I'm doing stuff right now. Can you wait a little while? Or do you want treats right now? You want treats? Okay. I'm gonna have to buy my freedom. Okay. I just said okay. All right. 1 sec. Let's go. Come on. Yes, we're doing it. That's not the one you want. You want this one? Nope. Still not it. Alrighty. the crazy card, I actually don't agree with that. But that's... Ooh, Cutco knife. I like that. Let's see here. We're almost done. Sweet. Next up, I got these from Mr. Buys a Lot. These are movie programs. They used to you used to be able to buy these at the movie theater back in the day. And is it going to fit in that? Yep. Like they'd sell them at the movie theater so you could take home a souvenir of the movie that you just saw. They still do it every now and then. I haven't seen it in a very long time. You would think that it'd be something more common with like the Avengers or like some of these other like big blockbusters. Oh, did I just... Yeah. There we go. I mean, what I will say on the subject is this. Is that I am a heterosexual white male. Being in that position, I don't have to ever worry about a gun being pulled on me at a simple traffic stop. Never even ever crossed my mind, even though it's actually happened once. And it was because I was riding in the car with a Hispanic American who had one time been to jail and served his time. Wasn't on parole. Wasn't wanted. He had just one time been to prison. And guns got pulled. Still, when I'm driving and I've been pulled over, never crossed my mind. Not once. All right, got an alarm clock. I think this is going to go on a flat rate down to California. Maybe not. This is only, what, 3 pounds. What's going to cost to go 3 pounds down there? $12.32. What's the A cost? Flat rate. 10:57. I think we're going to get into flat rate A. I don't know. What'd you do? Why'd you look down the barrel of a gun even more than once? Hello, Perla. How are you doing today? Oh, yeah. That's going to be perfect. Teenager doing inner city teenage things. Yeah. I can relate. And crazy card. It's. Oh, come on. You're going to fit in there. All I did was bubble wrap a thing that already fit. There we go. I don't agree with what you're attempting to imply there, crazy card. So, one, the data does not support your premise, which is that somehow all of these individuals were somehow resisting or reaching for weapons, or perceived as reaching for weapons, or yada, yada, yada. I don't believe that to be the case at all. And there is I think quite a bit of video evidence to support that. There is a demonstrable uneven application of both force and the law in this country. That is not actually up for debate. There are stats to support that. A lot of it is the result of systemic racism, which, again, not really up for debate. That's kind of a fact as well. it's interesting to me, though, that most of the people who seem to think that there's not systemic racism are white guys. I think the problem, Crazy Card, is what I'm saying, is that even people who are complying or have complied are still being subjected to violence. Or violence is being applied in situations where it's completely unnecessary. Or situations are being created completely unnecessarily. And there's really no other explanation for it, why these things are occurring sometimes, other than race. Take the Bundys in Oregon, for example, who decided that they were going to take government land hostage while armed, mind you. Take a look at the amount of force that was used to resolve that situation. Take a look at the amount of force that was used on protests over the summer in Washington, D.C. And then take a look at the amount of force that was actually used in comparison to people who had actually stormed the Capitol earlier this year. Take a look at the amount of force that was used in the protests in Portland when the federal government was sent in for pretty much no reason. The amount of force that is used on people of color versus white people. There's, again, demonstrable data. All you got to do is look at current events, look at death rates, history, incarceration rates, poverty rates, etc. Holy crap, we're done. That was fast. All right. Hi. You want to say hi? Okay. Say hello. Say hello to the people before we go. Yeah, they would, I mean, they actually didn't shoot anyone but one person in the Capitol. So, hey. But that was fun. It was fun to have a spirited, somewhat political discussion. Once again, I would just encourage everyone to go make their medical decisions based on data and research and not what other people are telling them. And not your feelings. Thanks, Crazy Card. Yeah, see, one of the problems in this country, and I will say this, I think we can both agree on this, is that we've somewhat lost the ability to have civic discussions, and a large part of that will again, I feel, go back to the messaging that somehow feelings and beliefs are as good as facts. And at the end of the day, there's not. One of the things that I learned very early in my education is that two opinions are not equal. The stronger opinion is the one that is backed up by more facts. Period. No debate on that. You can't have a... If you have an opinion that is based on nothing, you have nothing at the end of the day. So, I truly believe that there needs to be more spirited discussion. There needs to be more civic discussion. And I'm fine with disagreeing with somebody. I'm fine as long as they're not spewing fucking Dookie Carlson talking points at me or Alex Jones bullshit. I'm fine. But I will ask questions. And if there's not facts behind those opinions, that's not a discussion. That's propaganda. So, all right, kids, I got a doctor's appointment I got to get on to. Thank you, everyone, for watching. Let's see. What's today? Wednesday? It's Wednesday, isn't it? Probably will not be live tonight, but will probably be live tomorrow. And then, of course, we have Celestine. I've been to dozens of protests. Yeah, met dozens and dozens of protests. All right, kids, that's going to be it. Thank you all for watching. If it's your first time here, watching from the future, all that other stuff. We don't always talk politics and vaccines and whatnot, but we did today. And, sometimes we just talk about eBay stuff and listen to Led Zeppelin covers and make fun of the Eagles and CrossFit. So that's going to be it. Thank you all for watching. Have a great day and see you on the next one. Bye.